All right, welcome to our video podcast, Great Relationships University podcast on YouTube. And I'm joined here with my friend who's incredibly smart, intelligent, Sky. Sky, say hello.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here and discuss open relationships with you all.
So the topic we're going to talk about today is open relationships. Is it good? Are open relationships good? So I'm going to delve into why it's good, why I'm such a huge proponent for open relationships, and why I advocate it. And if you're considering it, I encourage you to really learn about open relationships, why it's so good for you, why it's ethical, and why it's severely misunderstood. And the first thing I want to talk about why it's good is that what is a good relationship? I want you to think about that. What is good in a relationship? What is good for you? What is good for the person whom you're in a relationship with? And what is good in general? So good is what ethics is. Ethics is what's good and what's not good. And ethics is a completely human-made epithet. It's a human-made idea, good and bad. Otherwise, in the animal kingdom, things are. They just is. They just exist. They don't have a concept good or bad. They just do things, but they follow their biology. But humans, we have things called ethics. We have things called communities, communication. We're able to communicate across countries. So leaving that alone for now, what is good for you? What do you consider as good in your relationship? What do you consider is good for your partner and for you as a whole, as a community of two or three or four or however many you're in a relationship with? So what I say is good is I want you to go back to the fundamentals of your relationship. What is a good relationship? Well, it depends on what relationship you have and what relationship you want. The thing about relationships is that most people go into it unwittingly. Did you catch that? Most people go into relationships unwittingly, meaning they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what they're getting into, but they're getting into it because society says, hey, you should be in a relationship. Hey, they're attractive, be in a relationship with them. You have no fucking idea how to manage or facilitate a relationship. But there you go, driving a plane without a plane license. And some people, they begin to have a family, they have children, and it's like driving a plane while learning how to fly a plane with some children in tow. Do you understand? Some moms really understand this. So what's important for you to know if you're thinking about what is an open relationship good is what makes a good relationship. And for me, it depends on what you want in a relationship, because not all relationships are about love. Not all relationships are about sex. Some relationships are most relationships are arranged. In fact, if you're married, it's an arranged relationship. Did you catch that? A marriage is an arranged relationship. And the arrangement of the marriage takes precedence over the feelings of the individual. Did you catch that? Your feelings are secondary to the marriage entity. Everyone who's married recognizes this because their feelings, what they want, what they desire, how they want to communicate is secondary to the institution marriage, the institution family. So what makes a good relationship? Well, think about this. What do you want in a relationship? Now, let's presume you're the kind of person who presumes a relationship is about love. In other words, you're in the relationship because you love the individual. If you're going to be in a relationship founded on love because you love the other person, what does that mean? It means that the relationship has to be facilitated, has to be managed around the love you feel for the other person. So how do you facilitate that kind of love? This is what we talk about in Great Relationships University. What makes a relationship great? It depends on what you want in the relationship. But if you presume the relationship to be about love, how do you facilitate love in the relationship. That's what I love to talk about. And I believe and I propagate that open relationships is the only format that facilitates unconditional love. Love without conditions, because conditions are part of arranged relationships. What do you think about that, Sky?
That's a profound perspective, Ronjan. Open relationships can indeed create an environment where love is expressed freely and without constraints. They allow partners to be their authentic selves and experience love without the traditional boundaries. This can lead to a deeper connection and understanding between partners. What are some key practices you recommend for facilitating unconditional love in an open relationship?
The number one practice I would say for you to facilitate unconditional love in your relationship is to firstly, number one, recognize what unconditional love is. Recognize, like I talked about in the previous video, that love does not exist. Love is just an idea. It's a meme. What's a meme? A meme is an idea which is agreed upon by a bunch of people. A lot of people agree upon this idea, which is a meme. But love is not something you can hold. It's not something you can grasp. It's not something you can toss around. It's something that you strictly lives in the understanding of your brain and the brains of other people, which means it's a meme. It's an idea which most people understand to be. But if you ask many different people what their understanding, what their definition of love is, you'll have as many definitions of love as there are people. Why? It's because it doesn't mean anything. But love, if you want to facilitate unconditional love, strictly your love for the person. Unconditional love is your genuine desire and wanting for your beloved's happiness intrinsic to your own happiness. Whatever makes them happy and actualized, you want that for yourself. What's the demonstration of your lack of love? A demonstration of lack of love are things that are not exactly that definition. Anything that is the opposite of your wanting for their happiness and actualization. Actualization means they're getting what they would like. They're moving closer and closer and inching closer and closer to what they like. Doing things that makes them feel fulfilled and happy and actualized. Anything that's the opposite of that, that you're not wanting, that you're not helping them get what makes them feel actualized and happy, you're not helping them getting what they like, whether you're involved or not, is a demonstration of your lack of love. So firstly, you have to recognize what unconditional love is. And the second thing you have to recognize is you have to have a conversation with your beloved saying what unconditional love is and encouraging them. I want you to talk to your beloved. This is the practice. This is the action item. I want you to, after watching this video, talk to the person whom you love and tell them, baby, I love you unconditionally. I want you to pursue the things that you would like. I want you to spend the time with people whom you like, admire, and adore. Maybe even you find attractive. And I will not emotionally manipulate you. I will not physically manipulate you. I will not psychologically manipulate or sabotage you. I will encourage you and empower you and even equip you to get the things that you want. How can I help? How can I help you? How can I help facilitate you're doing the things that make you happy, even if it's with someone else other than me? All right, Sky, I want you to end this video with a final note and tell them what they need to do after watching this video.
To everyone watching, remember that facilitating unconditional love requires understanding, communication, and genuine support for your partner's happiness. After watching this video, take the time to have an open and honest conversation with your beloved. Tell them you love them unconditionally and ask how you can help them pursue their happiness and fulfill their desires. Encourage and empower each other to grow and find fulfillment, even if it means supporting their connections with others. This is the essence of unconditional love in an open relationship. Thanks for watching, and we hope this inspires you to build stronger, more loving relationships. Visit the Great Relationships University website for more resources, articles, and guidance on building and maintaining open relationships. Engaging with the community and accessing additional materials can provide further insights and support on your journey to fostering unconditional love in your relationships.
See you next time. Bye-bye.